WCMP Sports, local sports.
That's the 25, to the 20, to the 15. He's going to high step into the end zone. Touchdown!
Here, wide receivers split each side.
He's still going into the end zone.
East Central Minnesota, the action starts now. To bring you the call, here's Ethan Game Day Gilman.
He's still...
And good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome inside East Central High School in Finlayson, Minnesota for tonight's high school volleyball matchup between the East Central Eagles and the Aitkin Gobblers. A new-looking conference this year for both squads. It looks a little bit different with Aitkin, Mora, and Crosby Ironton all in the Great River Conference, and that is where Aitkin now plays, and Crosby, Ironton, and Mora along with our local teams. It has been a crazy offseason, and I was aware of this last year, but they wanted to make sure just to kind of keep it not under wraps per se, but just on the DL just to make sure nothing fell through. But we are in the new conference, and it looks good so far, if I do say so myself. So I'm excited for tonight's game. You've got a very, very strong start to the season for East Central. And Aitkin, according to MinnesotaScores.net, has only played one game up to this point. So I'm not real sure of where Aitkin is at this point. Of course, even though they're in the conference, well, I don't necessarily get to go up to Aitkin and call their games, and I don't foresee that happening. But, yeah, as of right now, it does look like they've only played one game. I've checked both MinnesotaScores.net and Minnesota Volleyball Hub. Those are usually the two best sources. But, yeah, they've only played one game. So I'll be interested to see kind of what this team looks like here. As you can see, we're waiting for the huddle camera to connect. So, and before this game starts, I want to give a huge shout out to East Central for, one, allowing me to be here to broadcast, two, allowing me to use their huddle camera, so that way you get to see the game a lot better than we all know my camera skills are. So, and if you don't know by now, I am Ethan Game Day Gilman, and I'll be bringing you all the action from tonight's Great River Conference matchup between your East Central Eagles and the Aitkin Gobblers. Should be a good one here this evening. I'm excited. I know you're excited. That's why you're tuned in, and I cannot wait for this one to get underway. Before we get more info on both of these teams, we're going to get a little bit more info on East Central. I had a chance to interview both of their head coaches, Marky Hansen and Sammy Tu, and we'll hear that interview from both of those coaches here in just a short moment. But first, we're going to get a word from our fine sponsors, and then that interview with both head coaches of East Central, Hansen and two, after a word from our fine sponsors
Kettle River Pizza loves supporting all the local teams. And if your team is interested in fundraising, well, they've got you covered. Kettle River Pizza has years of experience in fundraising for local teams, organizations, and clubs, and they would like to help you too. With their experience and the fact that Kettle River Pizza is an easy sell, your fundraiser is bound to be a great success. Visit Kettle River Pizza online and click on their fundraising tab. Kettle River Pizza, a winner every time. Grab a few at your local convenience or grocery store for after the game.
Hey there, Matt Winsand, CEO of Burnett Dairy Cooperatives. Everybody knows that there are great places to play in Northwest Wisconsin, but did you know there are great places to work too? At Burnett Dairy Cooperative, we employ our local communities within 5 counties from our Grantsburg location. We offer competitive wages, 401k, profit sharing, and great benefits, and you will have the opportunity to grow within our herd. Lots of opportunities to grow. Come be a part of our herd. Visit BurnettDairy.com, click on the Careers tab.
Embrace Orthodontics offers a unique specialized approach to orthodontic treatment with custom braces or Invisalign. The team at Embrace loves getting to know their patients personally and takes the time to make sure all your questions are answered. Their board-certified orthodontists use only the latest in modern technology to give you the best outcome possible. They work with your insurance company and offer flexible financing options to fit your budget. Call today to set up your free exam and see how Embrace Orthodontics can transform your smile. More online at embracemn.com. That's embracemn.com.
Ethan Game Day Gilman here, and I'm now joined by the co-head coaches of the East Central volleyball team, Coach Hansen and Coach Tu. First of all, thank you so much for taking time out of your day to do this interview. It's greatly appreciated.
Yeah, absolutely. Excited to be here.
How many years have each of you been coaching?
So I coach Hanson. This is my first year back coaching for East Central Eagles after taking a 2-year break to be a mom. But overall, this is my 5th year coaching, and it'll be my 3rd year as a varsity coach with Coach 2 by my side.
And I coach too. This is my 5th year coaching as well. It's my 2nd year coaching as an Eagle and my 1st year coaching at the varsity level.
Now, what got each of you into coaching?
So Coach Hanson and I kind of agreed on this. We're both very passionate about the game, and we're both passionate about seeing athletes grow both on and off the court.
Now, the lead up to the first practice of the season, what is that like for you as coaches? What are some of the things that you're doing to prepare? And does that differ at all for each of you, or is it kind of the same?
So I'll speak on behalf of both of us. So Coach 2 and I, we spent a lot of time this summer collaborating and planning and revamping how we run practices here at East Central from when I left. And we've had to be really creative because all summer and up until today, we have been running practice for 3 teams with only the 2 of us. But gratefully, today our 3rd coach starts. So today practice will change yet again.
And what is that like as coaches, trying to juggle all of that?
It was a big challenge because you have the girls who have played varsity before, and then we have some 8th graders who are playing up on our C team who have maybe 1-2 years of experience. So we did try to find some things that the girls could work on independently where they do know the foundational skills so that we could spend more time working with those younger athletes. But I think we managed, and a bunch of our older girls did step up and help us too. Mm-hmm.
Now, we kind of just mentioned it, but the roster this year, is this a more veteran, younger roster, mix of both?
I think our varsity team is definitely more veteran heavy. We have a lot of seniors and juniors that have previously been playing for many years. Our seniors have all been playing on the varsity team. Our juniors have all at least sat the bench and gotten some experience. And so we're really looking forward to see what they do this year on the court. And most of our girls have at least played some before, and we're just excited to see what they do.
Of those returning veteran players, what is something that you expect from them?
All of our veteran players, so actually all of our veteran players who are our seniors, they were all honored and named captain by their teammates and us this year. So we have really been pushing for them to be the leaders on the court, in the classroom, and in the community. And just making sure they know that the younger athletes are really looking up to these girls, and we want them to set the example in all areas of life.
And could you tell us who those team captains are?
Yep, so we have senior Mallory Hartle, senior Lydia Fernango. They were also captains last year, so they're returning as captains. And then joining them is senior Elsie Lowerson and senior Chandra Nelson.
You know, one of the things as a captain is you mentioned the leadership. What are some of those leadership qualities that when you look at them that you see?
I think a big thing that we've talked about a lot is just attitude. These girls have a lot of potential to stay positive and have good attitudes when the game's going well and when the game isn't going well. They keep their head held high. They also have a really good work ethic. So when we're watching and when we're not watching, they're working hard and they're pushing each other to be their best at all times. And they're also doing the small things like shagging balls. They're helping take down the nets. They're leading by example, and they're helping other athletes in their own skill development. The little things go a long way in our program, and we take notice of that.
When you're determining the starters for your team, what are some of the things that you're evaluating on those players?
So I think kind of going off with what Coach 2 just said, our big focus this year is on attitude. A lot of the girls have had me in the past, and we've had some struggles with negativity and not necessarily owning up to our negativity. So we've had some serious talks with a lot of the girls about, attitudes. It's fine if you're making mistakes. It's okay, but also take initiative at that. We've even had girls subbing themselves out basically of the games just so that they're not getting mad at us for pulling them, but they're taking that initiative of, I need a break, I'm struggling. So that has definitely really helped us. But then even the little things like Coach 2 said, shaking balls, setting up nets, taking down nets, we are looking at all that stuff and who's putting forth the effort in practice and in games.
And looking at that, what does that do for the younger athletes when they look up to those older athletes knowing, hey, this is what I have to do?
Yeah, I think we just had this conversation yesterday at practice because we did great this past Friday in our Floodwood tournament, and I think a lot of it, and even the parents in the stands and refs were saying, like, these attitudes the girls have is something they have not seen for a long time. So we had that conversation with all three teams. Like, you guys realize when we're positive, it's more fun for everybody, but also we can do big things.
You guys played a scrimmage plus that tournament that you mentioned last week, and you'll have your first game coming up here in September the 3rd. But have there been any players that have stepped up or surprised you through these first few weeks?
I think it's honestly just been our whole team. We only brought 9 girls to our tournament last Friday, and our whole varsity team really stepped up and showed that positive attitude and just the ability to show resilience and fight back in a competitive team format. For example, we played Floodwood after a 2-game break, and we lost the first set 9-25. And the next game, we came back and we won 25-22, which just showed very good mental strength in our girls, and we were really proud of them for just fighting back and showing so much resiliency on Friday.
And we were even down in some sets that where we would come back and win, and that's not something that typically would happen.
Obviously, as a coach, that has got to feel good, and it's got to get you excited for your first matches coming up of the season.
Yeah, we're expecting some good competition this year.
What are some of the things that, speaking of success, what are some things you had success with last year that you would like to see this team have success again this year?
So I'll speak first. Coming off of not coaching last year, like, I did come to a couple of the games to watch the girls, but I want to say, like, our biggest thing, we had a ref at the tournament in Floodwood come up and tell us that we are a totally different East Central team than he has ever seen in the past, and he can't wait to see, like, what happens this year. So I think just that thing of, you know, people are noticing the small things we're changing, but hopefully it goes a long ways.
I think just continuing to stay positive, keep energies high, and communicate both on and off the court is going to be huge for our girls for keeping that success.
What are your goals as coaches for the team for this next week of practice before that first match?
So this week of practice, we're kind of splitting up practices at different of like some team bonding type practices and some skill development, getting what we need worked on. We just want to make sure we're incorporating that team stuff because that is one goal that the seniors have for us this year, and our captains really want a good cohesive team where they can all feel like they're friends both on and off the court to see that good relationship. So maintaining those positive attitudes, because as a team, if we stay positive, we find ourselves, or we stay positive with ourselves one way or another, we can do so much more we have seen.
We want to be a volleyball family here.
Yes.
Now, I know as a coach, you want to make sure you're focusing one game at a time, but are there any games on the schedule that either of you are looking forward to?
Yeah, there's a couple games we're actually honestly looking forward to. Most of our games on the schedule because we have seen how much potential these girls have, but the big games that we would like to highlight are our Little Sisters game. So our varsity team is putting on a one-day camp where we're letting elementary kids come and run out with the varsity girls against Carleton on September 16th at home. On September 17th at home, we are going to do our Pink Out for Breast Cancer Awareness game against Pine City, which has been going on since I started coaching 7 years ago. And then on 10/8 is a big night because that will be our seniors' last night on the Eagles court during regular season. So we always like to honor our seniors for their time in the program.
Speaking of that, the Little Girls Night, as a coach, what is it like to be able to host something like that where you know these younger girls who are coming up through elementary and then maybe hopefully into your program? What does it mean for you as a coach to be able to have a night like that?
So this is the first year that we are doing that. Last spring, we had enough little girls interested that we had a 3rd grade, 4th grade, and then a 5th grade team participate in the Rush City Mora Spring League. So to start instilling that love of volleyball young is only going to help the program in the future.
I think what helps our hearts grow a little bit bigger, too, is it wasn't our suggestion, but it was our team's suggestion of doing something like this. So to know that it's not just our passion for volleyball, but it's our team's passion for growing the love of volleyball in the younger generation. Makes us feel good about this program and where we're heading.
Coaches, that is all that I have for you here today. Is there anything else you'd like to add?
I don't think so.
Coaches, thanks so much for taking time again to do this interview. It is greatly appreciated, and I wish you the best of luck going forward.
Thank you.
And again, I want to give a huge shout out and thank you to both of the co-head coaches of the East Central volleyball team for taking time to do that interview back at the end of August. We appreciate them doing that interview. I know there's a lot that they got to do, so we appreciate them taking the time to do that interview. Quickly looking at both of these teams here before we get set for our national anthem and then our starting lineups. Looking at the Aitkin Gobblers, as I mentioned before, they have only played one game to this point. They are 0-1 on the season. It was a 3-0 loss for Aitkin, and that was against Duluth-Denfeld. Now, that was back on August 27th. They apparently played a game against Duluth-Marshall on August 30th, and there is no score reported for that one, so not real sure if they played that one or if that one maybe got postponed. But either way, according to MinnesotaScores.net, they've played one game. Minnesota Volleyball doesn't even have a game on there for them, so they did lose to Duluth-Denfeld 3-0. For your East Central Eagles, it's a hot start to the season. They are 7-2 on the year, 1-0 already in section play, and they have already, I believe, played in a conference game. That was against Hinckley Finlayson, and they won that game. So this a big game for the East Central Eagles. This is a conference game as well, as I mentioned before. Aitkin, Crosby, Arrington, and Mora all joined the Great River Conference, so that makes it a pretty big conference. And right now, East Central tied with Mille Lacs and Rush City at the top of the conference at 1-0 in conference play. They're 7-2 overall. At the top is Rush City at 7-0. Mille Lacs is 2-0, and then it goes on from there. But East Central looking to stay hot on the start to the season, getting another win here tonight. That would go a long ways in helping this team get into a rhythm early on and stay in that rhythm and just perform well throughout the end of the season and then into the postseason. And, of course, a lot of coaches will tell you, we want to be playing our best volleyball at the end of September into middle of October, because that's when the playoffs start, then hopefully through October and into November. So I have not yet seen the Eagles play, but I am excited for this game here tonight. I've heard a lot of promising things about this team. I've heard a lot of improvements about this team, and I'm just excited to take it all in here tonight and see it all for myself. That's going to just about do it for our pregame here at East Central High School. We are going to send it to a commercial break to hear word from some of our fine sponsors, and then when we come back, we'll be ready for first serve here at East Central High School, where the East Central Eagles get set to host the Aitkin Gobblers in, yes, a Great River Conference matchup. The new look Great River Conference this year for pretty much every sport but football and I think hockey. Other than that, it is all new conference for these teams. Mora, Aitkin, and Crosby Ironton have joined the Great River Conference this year. Ethan Game Day Gilman, we're getting set for the wrap-up of our pregame warm-ups. So we're going to take a commercial break. When we return, we will have had our national anthem and played, our starting lineups announced, and we'll be set for first serve here on WCMP 106.5 FM, AM 1350, live video online at
Ditch the shovel and wheelbarrow. A new Holland mini track loader lets you get more work done with ease. It's narrow by design, so you can easily get in and out of tight spots. Versatility is its calling card. The loader powers a wide range of attachments like augers and trenchers. Big operating capacity puts more jobs on your can-do list, making it perfect for residential construction and landscaping. Take a break from backbreaking work with a reliable mini track loader. See one today at Baraboo Implement in St. Croix Falls and Rice Lake.
Resetting your password, unsubscribing from emails, printing anything. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with an auto owner's insurance independent agent, getting the right coverage for your business doesn't have to be one of them, so you can get back to more important things, like learning how that printer works. That's simple human sense.
Contact your local auto owner's agency, Pine Insurance Agency, at pineagency.us today.
Kettle River Pizza, the handcrafted pizza made locally in Atz Cove, Minnesota. Always the highest quality ingredients. Pizza that is consistently great tasting. A true crowd pleaser. 16 varieties to choose from. Enjoy the classics like pepperoni, pepperoni sausage and supreme, to the unique tastes of hot Hawaiian, taco, buffalo chicken, and chicken Alfredo. Pick some up at your local grocer, tavern, or convenience store. Handcrafted Kettle River Pizza. Moms and basketball players approved.
Your journey to smile with your forever starts at Embrace Orthodontics. The team at Embrace is committed to providing world-class care and a remarkable orthodontic experience. Choose between custom Light Force braces or Invisalign clear aligners, with locations in Pine City, Lindstrom, and Cambridge, and a plan to fit your budget, whether you have insurance or not. Embrace Orthodontics will make your smile journey comfortable, convenient, and customized just for you. Visit EmbraceMN.com today to find out how to set up your free exam. EmbraceMN.com. Embrace Orthodontics. A smile you will embrace forever.
Dale's Heating and Appliance, your local heating and appliance expert, is committed to making your family's comfort their top priority. And now you can add water softeners to their list of expertise. Dale's now offers water softener sales or rentals along with installation, service, and salt delivery. So if your home needs quality water, make the call to your already trusted experts at Dale's, or just visit dalesheatingandappliance.com. dalesheatingandappliance.com.
Joe and the gang at Roddy Motors have your next pre-owned vehicle. Vehicles of all makes and models, and vehicles priced to move. Roddy Motors in Mora can also get you financed on site. Or, if you've got a vehicle to sell, Roddy offers consignment too. Yep, they'll help you sell your quality pre-owned vehicle. The two-time winner of the Reader's Choice Best Dealer in Kanabec County. That's what you call a repeat champ. When you need a quality vehicle, make your way to Roddy Motors in Mora or RoddyMotors.com. RODDY Motors.com.
Loading the kids in the car, brokering peace in the back seat, mastering the snack handoff without even looking. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. We work with independent agents who keep insurance simple, so you can worry about more important things, like figuring out what's growing in that cup holder. That's simple human sense.
Contact your local auto owners agency, Pine Insurance Agency, at pineagency.us today.
Oh no.
Oh man.
Don't worry, Hones can fix you up. Hones Auto Body and Glass has 43 years of experience repairing vehicles from accidents and damage due to hail. In fact, they've got a huge state-of-the-art facility in Mora, are iCar and ASC certified, and certified in aluminum repair and welding. Plus, Hones is recommended by many insurance companies. Hones Auto Body and Glass in Mora. Hones, they'll fix you up right.
Back here on WCMP 106.5 FM, AM 1350. Getting set for first serve here at East Central High School. As we wait for the, here we go, huddle camera set up. As we get our reserves, Mr. Grosskreutz walking by. Good to see him. The new principal here at East Central, plus the AD, Todd Lindstrom. I'll see everybody here. Always a good time at East Central High School. We get our reserves for the Gobblers. And now we'll get our starting lineups. It'll be number 2, Haley Shurek. Number 4, Abigail Palm. Number 6, Talia Hoskamp. Number 9, Bailey O'Neill. Number 10, Britta Westman. And number 17, Madison Bergstaller. Abby Presto is their libero. I was wondering, they didn't have a number 22 on the roster, so I got a little scared, but we got it figured out. So that is the starting lineup for the Aitkin Gobblers as we ready for set number 1. We're just awaiting the announcements of the starting lineup for East Central. Number 3, Book Sakala. That'll be number 5, Kennedy Volk. And their libero, number 10. First it'll be Madison Kuhlman. And then 23, Chandra Nelson. And Lydia Fornengo wearing number 24. And, of course, senior number 28, Mallory Hartle. Their libero, as I mentioned, is Sophia Eklund. Those are your starting lineups here for both teams as we are set and ready to go here in East Central. Game day again, we're going to bring you all the action here as we await first serve on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. Embrace Orthodontics, custom light force braces or Invisalign clear aligners. 3 locations in Pine City, Lindstrom, and Cambridge. EmbraceMN.com. Over on 95.5 FM KBEK, we've got Ogilvy hosting Mora. Last I checked, Mora led first set 5-3. The last time I checked. Then over on our YouTube channel, WCMP Sports 2, Rush City hosts Bram tonight. You can find that. Again, go to YouTube and search WCMP Sports 2 in the search box. So here we go. We are set and ready for this one. Coaches for the Aitkin Gobblers, Wade Zubke and Kristen Ratz. And then for the Eagles, it's Marky Hansen and Sammy Tu. Everybody getting their finals in and everything situated. And Aitkin will start with the ball. And it will be number 4, Abigail Palm, who will start it out for the Gobblers. So Palm readies. Got the ball in her palm. Serves over. Apologize for the bad joke. Mallory Hartle gets the dig, and it is pushed over, that time by Kuhlman. Back over and hit back across by Chandra Nelson. Dug up by the Gobblers, hit back across. Dug up nicely by Hartle. Setting it up for Kuhlman, and it's into the net, and it will be Aitkin who gets the first point of the match. Hit into the net there by Madison Kuhlman. Now back to serve once again, Abby Palm, a 5'4" senior. Palm serve is over. Dug up nicely there by Fornengo, and it's going to drop right in front of Chandra Nelson, unfortunately. And a little bit of a mistake there by the Eagles. Serve is over, dug up by Volk, and Volk will look for the kill. It's back over and dug up by Palm. And hitting it over is Shurek. Dug up by Hartle. Setting it up this time for Nelson. It's blocked at the net, pushed back across by Nelson after the dig of Sakala. Gobblers look for the kill. Blocked at the net. It gets through the block of Kennedy Volk and down for another point for the Gobblers. It's now 3-0. Gobblers with the lead. Palm to serve. It is over. Dug up late by Fornengo. Out of bounds, but dug up nicely by Kuhlman and then pushed across by Nelson. Hit across by the Gobblers off a block. It's Hartle getting the dig, and then at the net, pushed back across by the Gobblers. Pushed across by Nelson once again. The Gobblers have it. They'll hit it across. A short dig there by Mallory Hartle. She dove for it, but it was Chandra Nelson who got to it, and unfortunately it pushed backwards on her and out of bounds, and Aitkin with a 4-0 lead. Still Palm serving for the Gobblers. Her serve is over. Hartle with the dig to Sakala. Into the net on the hit from Chandra Nelson, and an early 5-0 hole for your Eagles. Just trying to shake the rust off are the Eagles early on here in this one, as Palm will serve once again. It's over. This time Hartle with the dig to Volk on the kill attempt, but oh my goodness, a hair long after the Sakala set, and it is a now 6-0 difference for East Central. Palm serve is over, dug up by Volk. Nelson pushes it back across. Aitkin with the dig. And we're going to get an illegal lift there on Madison Kuhlman. Unfortunately, she was just trying to make a play, get it up for her team. But she lifted it with those palms, and we get a timeout here by East Central as they trail 7-0 on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. Embrace Orthodontics, their board-certified orthodontists, are committed to providing world-class orthodontic care in a friendly and comfortable atmosphere. You can start today at embracemn.com. A touchdown difference is the game in set number 1 for East Central. Trailing 7-0 to the Aitkin Gobblers. Again, East Central off to a hot start, 7-2 on the year. Meanwhile, only one game that has been reportedly played by Aitkin, and they are 0-1 against Duluth-Denfeld. They lost that game 3-0. Eagles back out on the court after their short timeout. No changes, it looks like. It looks like everyone back out there who started the game. No changes for Aitkin either. So here's Abigail Palm readying her serve. It's up and it is over. Dug up by Fornengo this time to Sakala and pushed over by Kuhlman. And it is pushed over a little too far. That goes out of bounds, and it will be another point here for East Central. 8-0 is the deficit. Palm will serve once again. Her serve is over, dug up by Nelson. Volk looking for the kill off the block at the net. Diving dig by Aitkin. They're trailing a little bit, but they get it back over. Dug up by Mallory Hartle. Cool, calm, and collected, and now Kuhlman looks for the kill. Didn't get enough on that one. It's dug up easily by Aitkin, but they're in a little bit of trouble. It goes off the net, dug up nicely by Nelson on the far side to the middle. Volk will just hit it back across. Nearly got a kill, but it's diving dig, and Fornengo will get the dig on the other side. Nelson looking for the kill. Dug up nicely, though, by Shurik of the Gobblers. Hit back across, and oh, wait a minute. Looks like I did not see the why it is Aitkin point, but we got a whistle here on East Central. No, they just pointed that it was. Okay. So it's point for the Eagles. And on the serve, nearly an ace, and they hit it back across by the Gobblers. It's out of bounds, and East Central has finally found something to get them on the board. Madison Kuhlman back serving now for the Eagles. Her serve is up, and it is over. Dug up by Hoskamp of the Gobblers and pushed back just over the net. Dug up there by Kuhlman. Sakala. And Fornengo looks for the kill, but it's dug up by O'Neill. O'Neill will look for the kill. A diving dig by Kuhlman. Another diving by Fornengo, and unfortunately 4 hits as the Eagles could not get it over on that third hit. And it will give a point back to the Gobblers, 9-2. It's going to be Bailey O'Neill to serve. Both these teams are absolutely filled with seniors, veteran squads for both. Volk with the dig off the serve. Now Mallory Hartle will hit it across. It does hit the net, but O'Neill, cool, calm, collected herself, gets the dig. Hit back across, and just in front of the diving Madison Kuhlman there, it gets down. Kuhlman, a 5'6" junior for the Eagles, just read that one a little bit late, and it is down for another point for the Gobblers. O'Neill, another serve. This one's dug up cleanly by Hartle. And Volk on the far side looking for a kill. Off the block, dug up by the Gobblers, and they'll look to get it across, does Shurik. Hartle with the dig to Sakala. And Fornengo looks for the kill. It's down, and that's a kill for Lydia Fornengo. So Fornengo with the kill. And the serve now by Volk. Kennedy Volk with the serve, dug up by the Gobblers. They will hit it across, blocked at the net by Hartle. Mallory Hartle with the block at the net. Gives another point back to the Eagles. 10-4 here in the first set. Eagles trail by 6. Volk with the serve. It is over. Dug up by O'Neill. On the far side looking for the kill is Shurik, but it's into the net. And the Eagles benefit on the mistake. Now Kennedy Volk readying yet another serve. This one is up, and it is over. Dug up by Shurek to Bergstaller. Back across, dug up by Kuhlman. And now Nelson looking for the kill. Nearly got it, but a diving dig there by Westman. They get it back across, dug up by Volk. Sakala hit back across by Fornengo. Dug up by the Gobblers. Volk with the dig to Sakala. Hartle looks for the kill. Dug up by the Gobblers on the far side. Shurek looks for it. Dug up by Fornengo. Mallory Hartle gets it across. And Hartle with the kill. The 6-foot senior for the Eagles gets the kill on that one. And the Eagles getting back into this game. A short lob serve over the net by Volk. Barely dug up by the Gobblers. And that one, oh my goodness. Kuhlman, I think thought that one was hit a little bit harder than what it was. But it comes up short right next to her for the kill for the Gobblers. And now it'll be Madison Bergstaller back to serve for Aitkin. Serve is up and it is over. Dug up by the libero Eklund, Sophia Eklund. Fornengo will push it across. Dug up by O'Neill of the Gobblers. At the front of the net, they look for the kill. That is long, and it is out. And it is a point for East Central. 11-7 on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard now. Back to serve is Chandra Nelson. In for Sakala is Elsie Lowerson. Another one of them seniors. They've got 5 on this team. It's Chandra Nelson to serve. That is going to be an ace as Abby Presto could not cleanly get the dig, and an ace for Chandra Nelson. East Central down only by 3 now after the ace from Nelson. Another Nelson serve. This one's right back towards Presto, but O'Neill gets it. It's going to be another one. And Chandra Nelson with another ace on her serve. That will make it 11-9. They trail. Serve is up. It is over. Right at O'Neill. This time it's a clean dig. And Aitkin will get it back across. Dug up by Kuhlman to Nelson. Hartle with the kill. It's tipped at the net by Aitkin. And it is point East Central. They only trail by 1. And now we're going to get a timeout called here by Aitkin. East Central on a roll here. Getting back into this one, having only allowed 1 point for the Gobblers in the last, 7 points. The Eagles are on a roll here in this one. You know what? And I forgot. We got replay, ladies and gentlemen. Don't want to remind you, or let you know if you don't, that this year we've got something pretty cool. We've got replay this year, so we'll get a chance to look at a Rush City Auto replay here during this game later on, and we'll get you that replay. As we got a timeout here by the Aitkin Gobblers, it has been an absolute just comeback attempt by the Eagles. They have made some noise here in this first set. It started out a little bit slow, but then they got on a roll, and their team is now moving. And Aitkin trying to just interrupt that rhythm if they can, but Eagles, man, they look like they are bound to make the comeback, tie this one up, and take the lead. It's Nelson back to serve. It's up and over. Presto with the dig, nearly another ace, but that one's going to get down. No one home. Presto with the dig. Palm tried to dive after it. She got her hand underneath it, and then nobody was able to get it. Presto with the diving last attempt, but could not get to it, and Nelson will serve again. We're tied at 11. This one right to O'Neill, dug up by the Gobblers. They get it high enough, and it is now over. Dug up by the libero Eklund. Hartle looking for another kill, but that one's just going to go long. So a mistake there by the Eagles will end their excellent run. It is 12-11, Gobblers with the lead. Now checking in is Ailey Goriz, excuse me. She'll go back to serve. Goriz, a junior for the Gobblers. She gets the whistle for the okay to serve. It's up and over. Dug up by Kuhlman to Nelson. And that is a kill for Elsie Lowerson. Laursen with her first kill of the evening ties it back up at 12. And going back to serve now is going to be Lydia Fernengo. And Fernengo's serve is up, and it is over. And dug up by O'Neill. Oh, my goodness, they almost got that one back up over the net. It was dug up by O'Neill. She got it to her teammate, and then she got it to the front towards Haley Henry. And Henry hit it into the net, unfortunately, and it's now 13-12. Eagles with their first lead. Serve over by Fernengo. Presto with the dig. Pushed back across by the Gobblers, and that just went over Nelson's head. A diving attempt by Sophia Eklund, trying to get that one saved, but just unable to get to it. I think Nelson mistimed that one just a tad, but great effort by her and Eklund trying to dive after that one to keep it alive. And now it's Haley Shurek to serve. The left-handed serve is over, dug up by Mallory Hartle. Mallory Hartle on the far side looking for the kill, dug up by Shurek. On the far side, O'Neill will get it back across. And a late dig by the libero Eklund, but pushed over, and it's a kill for Mallory Hartle. Mallory Hartle gives herself a moment to celebrate that one, and she should. That was a phenomenal job by not only her but her teammates just to keep that one alive and get it back for the point. 14-13, Eagles lead. This dig by Presto. Oh, kept alive by O'Neill and hit back across by the Gobblers. Nelson with the dig to Laursen, and now Kuhlman looking for a kill. Dug up by Shurek. Front of the net, hit back across, dug up by Fernengo to Nelson. Hartle on the far side. No, excuse me, that's Laursen. But it's dug up by the Gobblers. O'Neill at the net, hits it into the net, and point for East Central, 15-13. If you didn't hear in the pregame, we had a interview with the co-head coaches of the Eagles, Hansen and Tu, and they just talked about this team's positivity, how their attitude has just changed so much for the better from last year to this year. Serve is over, and the hit by the Gobblers is going to go long, and another point for East Central. 16-13 they lead on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. They'll leave you with a smile. You'll embrace forever. Hartle readies. Serve is up, and it is a line drive dug up by Presto, though. And they're looking to keep it alive. Presto will push it across. Fernengo with the dig to Nelson. Setting it up. That's Laursen. Hits it across. Dug up by O'Neill and hit across by Shurek. Dug up this time by Laursen. No, that's Hartle, and pushed across by Volk. Aitkin gets the dig. O'Neill looking for the kill. Off the block. East Central gets it back over. Back across by the Gobblers. And it is not going to get over the net this time by Aitkin. Sometimes the action is just too much and my body freezes. I can't get the words out. But East Central is going to wind up getting the point off of the deflected ball into the net. 17-13. Serve is over by Hartle. That is in, an ace for Mallory Hartle. Again, she is one of 5 seniors on this Eagles squad. A timeout called by the Aitkin Gobblers. 18-13 the lead for East Central. A massive comeback put on by them, and now just a clinic here in the first set. 18-13, back after word from our fine sponsors. You're listening to Volleyball here.
Whoa, they've got what you need at the Pine City Freeway Holiday Station Store. Right now, the Pine City Holiday Station Store off 35 has got savings like Jack's Pizza, 3 for $12, Red Bull 12 ounce, buy 2, get 1 free, Johnsonville Brats and Dogs, 2 for $4, any size fountain drink up to XL, 79 cents all day. Open 24/7, 365. They've got what you need at the Freeway Holiday Station Store in Pine City.
That's pretty good sounding ad, if I do say so myself. No, it's not me. No, it's Eli. Eli, the young man who comes in and helps us out with doing some various different things. He's also been on air. Also been out at a couple of games. He looks to try and call some games as well this year, whether it's fall, winter, spring. We'll get him out and call some more games. I know he was at Malacca on Friday with Andy Beckstrom. Heard he did pretty well, and we can only hope that he continues to do well. Appreciate him doing that ad for us. Good sounding ad. Back out of the timeout, Mallory Hartle will get set to serve. It's dug up by Presto, goes backwards. Another ace. Say it one more time. Another ace by Mallory Hartle. I think that's about 3-4 now just in the first set alone as the Eagles take a 19-13 lead. Hartle with yet another serve. This one dug up by Presto. This time it's clean. O'Neal and front of the net. That is over. Dug up by, Hartle. That hits the net. Gets over on the hit from Kuhlman. O'Neal looks for the kill. Hartle with the dig to Nelson. And Volk. Volk just hit the bottom part of that ball, and it spun forward, or backwards, if you will, and hit the net and came down on the Eagles' side. So that ends their phenomenal run. 19-14 now the score. Eagles still lead. No reason they can't get back on another run here. Substitution as now Talia Hoskamp checks in. The 5'2 senior for the Gobblers. With the serve, it's up and over. Dug up by Hartle to Nelson. Setting it up for Volk. Volk has it blocked at the net. Dug up by Kuhlman to Lauerson. And unable to get it over is Nelson. And it's a point for the Gobblers, 19-15. Gobblers wearing all black. They're black jerseys. The side stripe is white. The white numbers outlined in red. The red letters outlined in white. The white collar on the jersey as well. Serve is over. Dug up by Kuhlman. Now to Fernango. And getting it across is Volk. Dug up by O'Neal. And O'Neal will look for the kill. Through a block. Dug up nicely by Hartle. Then to Nelson. And Kuhlman gets it across. Dug up by Shurek. And they get it over. Dug up by Hartle. Nelson tried to tiptoe that line at the net, knowing that you can't go over, but unfortunately that messed things up just a little bit. No fault on her. She's making a play. 19-16 now. Eagles wearing their blue jerseys. The 3 stripe on each of the bicep sleeve. The 2 gray in the middle is white. The white numbers outlined in gray. The gray letters outlined in white. The Eagles get it back across after the set. And they'll look for the kill with the Gobblers. That is off of Fernango. What a hit there by Madison Bergstaller. She gets the kill, and all of a sudden the Gobblers are on a little bit of a run, 19-17. It is Talia Hoskamp back serving. Serve is over. It's dug up this time by Fernango to Nelson. Setting it up for Lauerson. Lauerson just a light tip across, and Aitkin can't get to it. They got the dig, but couldn't get anything after that, and the Eagles and the Gobbler run, and now look to finish off this set. They lead 20-17. Lauerson readies. Here's the serve. It's over. Dug up by 2 different Gobblers. They managed to keep it alive, though, and now hit across. Dug up by Hartle to Nelson to Volk. Volk through a block, but it's dug up by the Gobblers. They will tip it across, and that's just a good play, interrupting the timing, the rhythm. You had both Kuhlman and Fernango there trying to get after it. Just couldn't make a play in time. Someone just got away from them. And back into the game is Brooke Sakala in for Lauerson. Got a couple substitutions on the side of the Gobblers. But in and back to serve is Abigail Palm. She started it out and got her team out to an 8-0 lead. 8-0. Now it's 20-18. East Central really turned that around. Dug up by Volk off the serve. Volk will look for the kill. Through a block. It's down for the kill. Kennedy Volk with the kill. Here's the serve from Kuhlman. Kuhlman serve over, dug up by Shurek, and hit into the net by O'Neal. And the Eagles now hold a 21-18 lead. No, 22-18. I knew that. I can math. Serve is over by Kuhlman. Dug up by Hoskamp. And hit back across. Through a block, and it gets down. Out of bounds off the block of the Eagles, so it will be point Aitkin, 22-19. Back to serve now, Bailey O'Neal, the 5'5 senior for the Gobblers. And the serve is over. Just over. Fernango with the dig. Sakala sets. Fernango will hit it across on the opposite side. That is, just out. That is a good spot for that one by Fernango, the correct spot. There's nobody there, but just a little long in the hit, and now it's 22-20. East Central still with the lead. The serve is into the net, and East Central will get a point back, 23-20. They look to finish off the set, trying to win it. Again, you got to get to 25 and win by 2. Now the libero Eklund in. Her serve is over and dug up by the Gobblers, looking for the kill. Can't get much better than that. That's Bergstaller. I mean, that one was set up right for her, just like a beach volleyball, or a beach volleyball, I guess, is technically right, but more like a beach ball because it's big. It's like, you know what I mean. 23-21, Bergstaller with the most recent kill for Aitkin, and she'll be back to serve. Back and forth we go here late in set number 1. Bergstaller with the serve. It's dug up by Kuhlman. That's Sakala who will get to it. Pushed across by Nelson. Towards the front of the net, they'll tap it across. Hartle with the dig. Kuhlman, and now Nelson gets it back across. Nobody home! Little bit of confusion and miscommunication on the side of Aitkin, and it's set point for East Central, 24-21. Substitution here as Sakala will check out. In for her as Lowerson. Serve is over from Nelson. Dug up by Presto. And getting it over is O'Neill. That is going to hit the antenna on the net. And that will be victory for the Eagles in set 1, 25-21. The Eagles get the victory here in the first set over Aitkin. They were down 8-0 to begin the set, but came back and won it 25-21. We're going to take a commercial break. We'll be back and ready for set number 2 here.
Some things you just have to chalk up to good genetics. It's genetics that give cattle a competitive edge, and it's Case IH equipment that helps you get the most out of your livestock operation. Case IH has a bloodline with generations of innovation, and whether you're driving a Farmall, Maxim, or Puma, Case IH tractors get the job done. Stop by your local dealer and discover the full range of Case IH tractors and hay tools.
See Baraboo Implement in Rice Lake and St. Croix Falls.
A Lennox air source heat pump is a high-efficiency air conditioning unit that can also heat your home or business during the spring and fall. It's more economical than heating with propane. Have Dale's Heating and Appliance install your Lennox air source heat pump. Ask Dale's how you can receive up to $1,000 in rebates for your air source heat pump system. And ductless mini splits also qualify for up to $1,000. Visit dalesheatingandappliance.com. Conditions apply. See dealer for details.
Whoa! They've got what you need at the Pine City Freeway Holiday Station Store. Right now, the Pine City Holiday Station Store off 35 has got savings like Doritos and Lay's Mix and Match, buy one, get one half off. Jack Link's Beef Jerky variety, 2 for $10. Starbucks Pink in Paradise, buy one, get one free. Any Dr. Pepper, 3 for $5. Red Bull 12 ounce, buy 2, get one free. Open 24/7, 365. They've got what you need at the Freeway Holiday Station Store in Pine City.
Kettle River Pizza is a proud supporter of sports teams and community organizations. Local groups and teams across the state have had amazing success with Kettle River Pizza fundraising. From sausage and pepperoni to chicken Alfredo or the hot Hawaiian, the cheesy deliciousness practically sells itself. Visit KettleRiverPizza.com to schedule your next fundraiser. It's so easy to get started. Got a pizza craving now? Pick up a Kettle River Pizza at your local grocery store or convenience store today.
Untangling your headphones, finding the right remote, saying goodbye to your favorite shirt that hasn't fit in 10 years. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. Auto Owners works with independent agents who live in your community and answer when you call, so you can worry about more important things, like finding a new favorite shirt. That's simple human sense.
Contact your local auto owners agency, Pine Insurance Agency at pineagency.us today.
Back here on WCMP 106.5 FM, AM 1350, WCMPradio.com with live video. Looking at the Ogilvie versus Mora matchup, it does appear it's in the second set, and it looks to me like Mustangs are up 16-14. I do not know who won the first set, so I apologize. Don't have any update on that. But set number 2 is going to be started with the Eagles serving as they took set number 1, 25-21. They were down 8-0 to begin that set, by the way. 8-0. And they came back to win 25-21. Now, I'm no math whiz, but the Gobblers were a quarter of the way to a win, and East Central came back. That is crazy if you think about it. Back to serve here to begin set number 2 is Madison Kuhlman. The serve is over. Dug up by the Gobblers. And Shurek will look for the kill. Dug up by Kuhlman. Very nice dig by her. And now Chandra Nelson will look for the kill. Can't get it. It's dug up by Westman. And Westman will, after the set, will hit it into the net. And the first points go to East Central. I want to correct myself. It was Hannah Jones who got the kill. Westman hit it into the net. So Hannah Jones with the dig for Aitkin on the last point. But Kuhlman, this serve is just out. She was aiming for that near side back corner. It's like in pool. Back corner pocket. That's where she was aiming, and she nearly got it. Just long. It will go out of bounds. Aitkin gets the point. Abby Presto checks in, the libero for Aitkin. Her serve is over. Dug up by Hartle to that's Sakala. But now Fernengo lines it up for the kill. And Fernengo gets a big hit there on that one. Again, if you can set it up, make it look like a beach ball for your teammate, where it's just set up perfectly right in the middle, no one's around, and she's just got a clean hit at it, that's the best. And that's kind of what it was for Fernengo. Serve here by Volk is dug up by the Gobblers. It's at the net, and kill there from Mallory Hartle. Hartle, I mean, that's just the experience coming out there from Mallory Hartle. That one was right at the middle of the net, and she was aggressive, went after it, and just slammed it down on the Gobbler side. 3-1. Eagles with the lead. Serve is over, dug up. Hartle with the dig, and hit. They're gonna get a lift call on Chandra Nelson. She looks to her coach and says, "Really?" I think her coaches look at her and went, "Don't worry about it, just move on." Yeah, they don't agree with that one quite so much, and I would have to agree with the players. I didn't really think that there was anything there of a lift, but the call is the call. And now it's Ali Goriz back to serve. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Maybe it's Goriz? I don't know. I hope I'm pronouncing it right. Either way, we got a nasty dig from the Eagles. I don't know how she got it. She did the splits darn near. See if we can't get a Rush City Auto replay. Rush City Auto sponsors our replay substitution, and I don't think we'll get it in time. We'll get back to the regular action as the serve is over. Dug up by the Gobblers. They'll look to get the kill. Oh, they will. That one hit just in front of that back line. As now maybe we can get the replay. No, we won't get a replay right now, but when we get a moment, we'll check back and look at that replay, as now it's Haley Schreck to serve for the Gobblers. Dug up by Kuhlman. Looking for the kill. Lowerson. Dug up by Presto of the Gobblers. O'Neal looking for the kill. Pushes it. And that is out of bounds. No, that's out of bounds. Oh, my goodness. That looked to be out of bounds by me. My eyes aren't great, though, either. Let's see if we can't get a replay on that one. Yeah, they changed it. Okay. They did change it, so it is going to be out of bounds. Here I am thinking, let's see. See if we can't. Well, now I think they're going to say no. So now they're going to say redo, it looks like. So they're going to redo the point. And you're okay with that because, it was both ways and you couldn't decide, so why not redo it? Serve is over. Dug up by Kuhlman. Pushed over by the Eagles. Gobblers, O'Neal looking for the kill. And dug up by Eklund. Fernengo will hit it back across. Dug up by Shurek of the Gobblers. And pushed across by Aitkin. Dug up by Nelson. Hit back across by Lowerson. Almost got it. O'Neal will now look for the kill. Off the block at the net there from Fernengo. And it is out of bounds. Let's see if we can't get that replay now on that last point. It's now tied at 4. You can see they're right at the middle. They got to hit back across. And then right here is where, maybe that was in. Well, sometimes you're wrong. As now the Eagles get a point back there after the hit out of bounds by Aitkin. And now Lydia Fernengo is back to serve. Nearly got an ace, but a diving dig there by Aitkin will get it over. And 4 hits by Aitkin as they can't get it over on the third. And it's 6-4 East Central. Still working out the kinks on the instant replay, but We love having it. It's an awesome feature. Lydia Fernango with the serve, dug up by the Gobblers, and looking for the kill. Nice dig by Chandra Nelson. Lowerson gets it over. Hartle will get it back over the net. Hartle off the block, back over. Gobblers push it across, dug up by Fernango to Nelson, and Lowerson will get it back over. Dug up by Presto. And that's going to be a tough angle, but they do get the angle. Oh my goodness, it's kicked up by the Eagles. They do get it back across the net. How in the world? Chandra Nelson kicked it to keep it up. And now pushed back across by Kuhlman. And diving, and oh my goodness, Fernango will keep it up on a diving last attempt. Back across by the Gobblers, and it's out of bounds. No, it's in. They're going to say it is in on the Eagles' side, and after all that, the Gobblers find some open space on the far side to get the kill. Wow, what an effort there by East Central. 6-5 they lead, but the serve by Gobblers is over. Kuhlman with the dig, and now Fernango will look for the kill. Blocked at the net. Fernango gets it back across, and the Eagles get a point back, 7-5. Those are the ones that you love to see. As an announcer, you lose your breath a little bit, but it's all in good fun because, man, what an effort by the Eagles. There was about 3 different plays that we could look at an instant replay. You had, just a diving dig on the one to get it over, then a kick by Nelson to get it back alive, and then another diving dig by Fernango. I mean, it was just crazy. As now with the serve is Hartle. It's over, dug up by the Gobblers, and another diving dig for the the Eagles, to get it back across the net, but then the hit back across by Aitkin is dug up but hit into the net by East Central, and it is a Gobbler point, 7-6. My goodness. Set number 2. How do you do? Abigail Palm back to serve for Aitkin. Woo-wee. Lungs are going to get a workout here in this one, I can just tell. Palm with the serve. It's up and long. Great awareness there by Mallory Hartle to watch that one and realize it's carrying a little bit. I'm letting it go long as it does. And now Elsie Lowerson to serve. It is up, and it is over. Dug up by Shurek towards the front of the net, trying to get the block. It is, I think it hit the antenna or we hit a net, one of the two. Either way, it is East Central point. They lead 9-6 here in set number 2. Lowerson with the serve. It is up, and it came up short, but she got it over. Nice job. And now the hit back across. Dug up by Hartle to Nelson. Lining it up, Kuhlman will get it back over. And they're going to say that the Gobblers went into the net, and it's now 10-6, East Central. So mistakes here by the Gobblers, and the Eagles now lead 10-6. Lowerson with the serve, dug up by the Gobblers. Looking for the kill that time is Bergstaller, but it's going to go long on the hit. And it will be East Central point again, 11-6. Lowerson, the serve. It is over. And, that one got up on Hoskamp, but she manages to keep it alive on the dig. Back across the other side for Hartle. Now Volk looks for the kill. She got a little backspin on that one. Not sure the call here. It's against Aitkin, though. And the Eagles will benefit because of that. They lead 12-6, and because of the mistake, they're going to call a timeout. While they take one, we'll take a short one as well.
Getting your vehicle repaired after an accident doesn't have to be stressful. Drop your vehicle at Hones Auto Body and they take care of the stress. From the estimate to easily working with your insurance, Hones will take care of minor dents, collision repair, glass replacement, and mechanical services. iCar and ASE certified technicians will get your vehicle fixed right. For a shop you can trust for collisions or everyday repairs, bring your vehicle to Hones Auto Body and Glass Mechanical in Mora, or visit online at honesauto.com. That's HOHNS auto.com.
Back here on WCMP, Eagles lead the Aitkin Gobblers 12-6 on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. Your customized smile journey starts with a free consultation. The team at Embrace wants to make your journey as seamless and convenient as possible with custom Light Force braces or Invisalign clear liners. You can find out more at embracemn.com. Out here at East Central High School, Game Day Gilman bringing you all the action. on 106.5, again over on 95.5 KBK. Andy Beckstrom has Ogilvie hosting Mora. And then on our YouTube channel, WCMP Sports 2, Adam Hefty out at Rush City, where the Tigers host the Brand Bombers. Lowerson with the serve out of the timeout. The Gobblers get the dig. They're setting it up on the far side for a kill, and they get it on the hit from Britta Westman. They'll get a point back. 12-7 now, as now Bailey O'Neill goes back to serve for the, I would say black and red, but there's very little red on the Gobblers uniform. But either way, they do get the serve. It is over. Volk looking for the kill. Blocked at the net. Dug up by Nelson. Volk looking to get it back across the net. And it is going to be point for East Central. Volk, great awareness because as Chandra Nelson got that dig back over the net, the Gobblers blocked it. Nelson got it back up, and Volk got yet another hit. And that time, the Gobblers were just not in the right position. Kuhlman will serve now for the Eagles. It's dug up by the Gobblers. And Bergstaller will get the kill. And Mallory Hartle upset with herself on that one. Bergstaller got that one. Mallory Hartle went for the dive, and she managed to get a piece of it, but just could not get enough of it. And that one goes out of bounds. She's pretty upset with herself on that one, but the biggest thing is just to have a quarterback-like mentality. Move on to the next one, and it's hard to do, but it is a skill to be able to move on. Fernando with the dig off the serve from Aitkin. Chandra Nelson backwards hitting that one, and now they'll set it up for a kill. Dug up nicely by Hartle, and now Fernando will change her way she's going to hit it, gets it back over the net, and the Gobblers will look for another kill. This one right in no man's land, right in front of Brooke Sakala. Sakala, the way that one looked, it looked like it was coming right to her, but it came up just short. Misread that one just ever so slightly. Presto will serve for the Gobblers. It is long, and just long, I should mention. Long by a hair, and it's going to be 14-9, East Central. Set number 2. Eagles lead 1-0. It's Sophia Eklund in to serve for the Eagles. There, libero. This is into the net, dug up by the Eagles. Hit back across by Mallory Hartle. My goodness. And now looking for the kill. It is over, dug up by Kuhlman. And Hartle will get it at the net. Blocked, dug up by the Gobblers. They push it back across. Sakala. And now Fernando looking for the kill. It's hit by the Gobblers. And if that one was not tipped by a Gobbler player, that may have been out of bounds. So maybe a mistake there by Aitkin going after one that was close to out of bounds. But again, give her credit. That one was just too close to call. Eklund with the serve, dug up by Aitkin. Shurek with the hit across, dug up by Fernando to Sakala. Mallory Hartle, and that one's just long on the hit. Had it lined up perfectly, just gave it a little too much juice. It's 15-10. Gores checks in for Westman. Or excuse me, that's the other way around. Or no, I had it right. It's been a long day, ladies and gentlemen. Gores back to serve for Aitkin. Get it written down. And the serve is up and over. Dug up by Fernando. Now to Eklund and hit back across by Nelson. Dug up by the Gobblers. They'll set it up for Shurek. And they do get it over. Nelson with the dig. Hartle off the dig. Looking for the kill. And that one dug up by Presto. It came back over the net. Hartle looked for the kill. I think that one just may have stayed in the air a little bit too long. She mishit it. And it's down on the Eagles' side, 15-11. Serve from Gores is over. No, it's going to get into the net. And it's 16-11 now, East Central. Chandra Nelson will go back to serve, the 5'5 senior. It's up and just over a line drive at the net. Blocked by both Hartle and a Aitkin player, but Hartle's going to get credit for that one, helping her team get the point, 17-11. Great job by Hartle. You can just tell the experience is really making itself known for these seniors of East Central. Now O'Neill will look for the kill, and it is, well, almost dug up by Eklund. But the serve the dig went backwards up into the walking track here in the gym. And a point for Aitkin. 17-12. Serve is over by Shurik. Oh, and then that one right into the forearms of Eklund. Just trying to make a play, but realized it a little bit too late, and that one hits the dirt. So another serve from Shurik on the left hand, and Eklund ducks underneath that. She limbos it. She limboed underneath that one, and that's going to go out of bounds. So point back for East Central. It's Lydia Fernango now to serve. 5'8" senior with the serve. It's up, and she takes something off that one. Nearly an ace. Well, it's going to be an ace anyways. Nearly an ace without it being touched, but it was dug up by O'Neill for a moment. Then it goes into the net. So now I don't know if that is a technical ace, but either way. Fernango will serve once again. Her team leads 19-13. Dug up by Shurik on the other side. Looking for the kill is Hannah Jones, and she's going to get it. That went over two Eagle players trying to swat at it, and it gets down in the back of their court for a point. 19-14 is the score. Hannah Jones to serve. It's up, it's over. Dug up by Kuhlman to Nelson. Mallory Hartle looks for the kill. Dug up by Jones on the far side. And now Bergstaller with the kill attempt. Dug up by Nelson. Hitting it into the net is Mallory Hartle. She knew what to do with it, and I just don't think she had it spotted at the right moment, because she was kind of turned around, and as she went to hit that one, hit it into the net. Jones with the serve, dug up by Fernango to Nelson. Setting it up, it's Kuhlman who will just push it over. Dug up by the Gobblers. O'Neill with the hit across, dug up by Nelson. Lowerson to Hartle, and that's long. Into the flagger on the far side back corner. She's sitting there, what did I do? She's all right, though. Hit it right at her feet. She laughed it off, though. Gotta love that. Hannah Jones with another serve. 19-16, Eagles still lead. Kuhlman will hit it back across, and that's dug up by Jones. On the far side, O'Neill will look for the kill, and that is... They're going to say out. That is going to be out on the hit. Just long, my goodness. 20-16, Eagles with the lead. Volk will check in for Sophia Eklund. And looks like back to serve now for the Eagles is going to be Mallory Hartle. And 5 seniors on this Eagle squad. Hartle with the serve. It is up and it is over into the bicep of Hoskamp and pushed across by Bergstaller, and that is long. And the Eagles will get yet another point. 21-16 they lead. Serve from Hartle is over. Dug up by Bergstaller. Will hit it into the net. That's another point for East Central. 22-16. Hartle readies, and here's the serve, up and over. This one again dug up by Hoskamp. And Hoskamp will get under it and hit it back across. It's Nelson who gets under it for the Eagles. Kuhlman will look for the kill, and that is out of bounds. So that goes out of bounds by Kuhlman, and the Gobblers will get a point back, 22-17. They have the lead. They'll get a substitution here. And on that Embrace Orthodontic scoreboard, getting deep into this second set. Now getting set to serve is Abigail Palm. The Gobblers, I mean, the score doesn't really show it, but they've struggled a little bit here in this one to get really much of a rhythm going, even though they're still down only now by 4 after that one was not the cleanest of digs by the Eagles, 22-18. Eagles still lead, but the Gobblers just haven't, I mean, really neither side has in this one. There have been some phenomenal plays, though, that's for sure. Dug up there by Fernango and hit back across by Volk. Dug up by the Gobblers, and they'll get it across. Will Bergstaller, dug up by Fernango to Nelson, and pushed across by Volk. O'Neill will look for the kill. Blocked at the net. No, I think they're going to say it was, yeah, I think it hit an antenna. As it was blocked at the net, but I think first it hit an antenna on the net. But either way, it's going to be East Central point anyways. 23-18 they now lead. Lowerson the serve. It is over. Dug up by Hoskamp. And that one, the set went towards the net. O'Neill was the closest but couldn't make a play on it. And it is now set point for East Central. They lead 24-18 here in set number 2. Can Elsie Lowerson finish it off? Her serve is up, and it is over. Dug up by Hoskamp. And O'Neill will look to, no, she can't. She hits it into the net. Set number 2 belongs to the Eagles, 25-18. The Eagles lead 2-0 over the Aitkin Gobblers. So the Gobblers down 2-0. Eagles looking to finish it off here and make this the third and final set. But before we get ready for the third set, we'll take a commercial break. Hear word from our fine sponsors. You're listening to Volleyball on 106.5 FM.
Rush City Auto invites you to come on in and check out their full lot of quality used vehicles. They got a car or truck for any size budget. Get your next vehicle from a local dealer with a great reputation. Rush City Auto wants to get you into a vehicle that you will love at a price you can afford. For more information, visit them online at rushcityauto.com and make sure you like Rush City Auto on Facebook to stay up to date with their inventory. Rush City Auto, quality used vehicles. rushcityauto.com.
Hey there, neighbors. Matt Winsan, CEO of Burnett Dairy. Farmers are the people that wake up before the sun, who battle the elements, and tend to their crops and herds with a passion that runs deep in their veins. At this time, I would personally like to thank the farmers. From all of us at Burnett Dairy Cooperative to all of our incredible farmers, thank you. Burnett Dairy Cooperative. Real farms, real flavor.
Sean here from Burnett Dairy Cooperative. We care about your comfort and safety. Regularly checking your propane gauge is critical, and when it reaches 30%, it's time to give us a call at 715-689-1032 to request a fill. Reliable service from your local cooperative. Burnett Dairy, your trusted propane partner.
If aches and pains are holding you back, Wellia Health is here to assist you. Our sports medicine team is dedicated to getting you back to your passions. With extensive experience and expertise, we specialize in managing concussions, a worry for both young athletes and adults. Whatever the injury, let's get you back in action with an appointment at Wellia Health. Call us today at 320-679-1313 or conveniently schedule through your MyChart account. Visit welliahealth.org for more information.
Back here on WCMP 106.5 FM, AM 1350 on the radio, or online at WCMPradio.com for the live video link. Or if you want to go just straight to the YouTube page, you can go to YouTube. Click YouTube on Google or type it in. Then, once you're on YouTube, type in WCMP Sports 5 in the search bar, and it will take you right here. Or the best way for you to keep up is like and subscribe to the YouTube. So if you're watching this game on our YouTube page, on this YouTube page, WCMP Sports 5, be sure to like and subscribe. Hit that like button and hit that red subscribe button. That way you will be notified anytime that we go live with a local sporting event, whether it be audio only, video, football, volleyball, baseball, whatever it is. Doesn't matter. If you are subscribed to this page, you will be notified anytime we go live with a local sporting event. So be sure to hit that subscribe button so that way you're in on the loop and always notified when we go live. East Central leads 2-0 over the Aitkin Gobblers. It will be Aitkin starting with the ball. Over in Ogilvie, Mora leads the Ogilvie Lions in the third set. Now 19-7. I do believe they are up 2-0. Might be 1-1 as well. I can't really tell. Try and get an update there for you. Also look to get an update from Rush City, where the Bombers and Tigers going at it. Lots of conference play tonight. All the games we have on our, whether it be stations, YouTube channels, whatever it is, are all conference games of Great River variety. So beginning the third set, Palm will serve. It's dug up by Hartle to Sakala, and Nelson will get the kill. It goes through a block at the net of Aitkin, and it gets down Chandra Nelson with the kill. Kuhlman now back to serve for the Eagles. Her serve is up. A little bit of backspin on that one. Dug up. Aggressive dig by Bergstaller, and now it's hit. Blocked at the net by Volk, and the Gobblers keep it alive. A low dig there for Hartle, and Fernango manages to get it back across. The Gobblers will look for the kill, and Bergstaller with she slapped it down. Nice little bullseye in the middle of that Eagle defense, and she got it right in the bullseye. We're tied at 1. Bailey O'Neill to serve. It's up, and nobody home. That's a miscommunication on the Eagles' side. Unfortunately, had about 3 different Eagles who thought each other was going to go after it, but that'll be something where they just need to communicate, and I'm sure they'll learn from it and get back to it right here, as now Volk looks for the kill and gets it for the Eagles off the dig by her teammate, and she says, all right, girls, let's get right back into this one, and ties it at 2, and she'll go back to serve. Kennedy Volk, a 5'10 junior. Her serve is over. Dug up there by Hauskamp, and a fake swing by Bergstaller may have threw off Westman's attempt at a swing. And it gets down on the side of Aitkin. 3-2. Eagles lead. Volk with the serve over. Dug up by Shurek and hit back across. Dug up now by Hartle. Hartle will look for the kill the other way, but it's dug up there by Hauskamp. And pushed back across by Aitkin. He gets down in front of a diving, more or less a sliding Volk, and it's a point for Aitkin, tied at 3. Volk will go out. Checking in for her is Sophia Eklund, and back to serve for the Gobblers is Madison Bergstaller. Bergstaller, her serve over. Dug up by Kuhlman. Now to Sakala. Hartle looks for the kill, and the diving dig by Bergstaller goes out of bounds, and Hartle with another kill on the evening. Sakala out, in for hers Lawerson. And who will be back serving? It will be Chandra Nelson. Nelson to serve. It is up and over. Dug up by O'Neill last second. And then the kill across the way from Hannah Jones gets down. Madison Kuhlman trying to make a play at it. Just couldn't get on it. And it drops right behind her. And a couple subs here for Aitkin. Checking in, Allie Gores, and she's back to serve. And her serve is up, and it is over. And Kuhlman cannot get a clean dig on it. And that's going to be an ace for Gores, as we are now breaking that tie, and Aitkin leads 5-4. A bit of a tough start to this third set for East Central. They're trying to wrap this one up in this third set, leading 2-0, but so far early on, a little bit of a struggle for the Eagles. They just can't seem to get into rhythm. Here's the serve. It's up and over, dug up by Eklund. Nelson gets it back, hits the net, then gets over, and now looking for the kill is Shurek, and it's into the net, and the Eagles will get a gift and have it tied back up at 5. Lydia Fernengo now back to serve. It's up, and it is over. And dug up by O'Neill. And looking for the kill that time was Jones, but it's dug up by the Eagles. Kuhlman will hit it back across. O'Neill with the dig. Jones looking for the kill once again. Off the net and out of bounds. It will be East Central point. They break the tie momentarily and have a 6-5 lead. Fernengo back to serve again. Serve is up, and it is over. Dug up by Shurek. Into the net on the hit. Gores, she laps it off. She's just a little behind that one and hit it into the net, but as she stumbled, she laughed it off. Good to see that. 7-5, serve from Fernengo. Just dug up by Presto, and O'Neill will hit it across. Dug up by Eklund to Nelson. Kuhlman back across, dug up by Presto. Now to Gores. Hit across by O'Neill, dug up by Fernengo, and then hit across by Nelson. Shurek through a block and gets the kill. So Shurek of the Gobblers gets the kill, and now she'll go back to serve. Here's the left-handed serve, dug up by Hartle to Nelson. Hartle has it, looking to get the kill, but it's dug up by Presto. And back across, dug up by Nelson. Lauerson. Kuhlman off a block, dug up in the back by Shurek of Aitkin. And then Shurek, a diving dig, will get it back across, but it goes out of bounds. A great hustle play there by Shurek, but just too much on that one, and it goes out of bounds. 8-6, the East Central Eagles lead. Hartle into the net. Yeah, she got too much on top of that ball that time on the serve. That'll make it 8-7. Got a little too on top of that ball. And now going back to serve is going to be Talia Hoskamp. That one is over and out of bounds. So that one will go out, and it will be another point for the Eagles. Elsie Lauerson to serve. Serve is up, and it is over. Hit right at the middle of the net. Volk goes after it on the block attempt, and it looks like they maybe called Aitkin into the net. On that one, it's 10-7 East Central with the lead. On that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard, they'll do all the insurance heavy lifting for you. If you don't have insurance, you can ask about financing options. They'll find a plan to fit your budget at EmbraceMN.com. Serve is over, dug up, and now O'Neill with the late dig. Pushed it over. I think she might have used the back of her hand to push that one over, but it goes out of bounds. Good effort, but goes out of bounds, and the Eagles now lead 11-7. Lauerson to serve. It's over. An early dig by Goriz and back across by O'Neill. Dug up by East Central. It's into the net. The hit by Kuhlman. And the Gobblers get one back 11-8. Few substitutions on both sides as Sakala checks in for Lauerson. On the other side, Palm will check in for Schwerin. And Goriz out, Westman in. And going back to serve is going to be Palm. Palm serve is over. Dug up by Volk. And hit over by Kuhlman. It's Shurek with the dig. Back across. Kuhlman with the dig, but we're going to get a whistle here on East Central. And the Gobblers get one back, and now it's 11-9. Palm to serve. It's over. Dug up by Nelson. To Sakala. Nelson will get it back over. Dug up by the Gobblers. Shurek looking for the kill, but it goes long on the hit by Britta Westman. 12-9 now. Eagles maintain their lead. Third set, Eagles lead 2-0. Kuhlman with the serve. It's into the net. Got some nasty spin on it, but it goes into the net. 12-10. Serve is over from Bailey O'Neill. Dug up by Kuhlman and pushed across by Mallory Hartle. Hartle with another dig off the Gobbler hit across. Nelson will push this one back across. O'Neill with the dig on the Gobbler side. Far side, Bergstaller with the kill. And nobody there for East Central. Getting set to serve for the Gobblers is going to be Bailey O'Neill again. 12-11 now, the score. This one's dug up by Volk. To Sakala. Nelson looks for the kill. That's off a tip at the net, but it gets down in the field of play anyways. And the kill for Chandra Nelson. Barrow Eklund in, and she'll be back to serve for Volk. 13-11. Back and forth we go here in the third set. Aitkin not going to go away easily. Off the serve, they dig it up. This one is hit, and just out of position there is Sakala. Eklund, though, off the ricochet, off the ceiling, nearly got it. 13-12. Another substitution here as Hannah Jones checks in for Talia Hoskamp. And back serving is Madison Bergstaller. Bergstaller's serve is over. Dug up by Kuhlman. To Sakala. Hartle looked for the kill. Set up by Bergstaller, back over the net, dug up nicely by Fernango to Nelson. Hartle looking for the kill, back into the net off the dig, and it's going to fall after hitting the net. 14-12 now. Eagles lead. Back to serve, Chandra Nelson. Serve is up and over. Dug up by Presto towards the front of the net. Hits the net, and great effort there by Palm, but can't get the ricochet off the net, and now it's 15-12, Eagles lead. Nelson up and over on the serve, and a little bit too over. So that one goes long, and it will make it 15-13. Substitution again. Gores checks in for Westman. And Palm out, and in for her is Madeline Schwerin. Serve here from Gores is up and over, dug up by Kuhlman to Eklund, and Hartle will get it back across. Dug up by O'Neill, and looking for the kill that time, and getting it is Hannah Jones of Aitkin. 15-14, man. Nobody wants to take advantage here in this third set. Back and forth we go. One team scores, the other team scores. Back and forth, back and forth. Neither team really with any advantage. I mean, East Central has led for a good chunk, but it really doesn't feel like they have much of an advantage. Kuhlman, the diving dig. Nelson keeps it alive. Hartle looking for the kill. Presto with the dig, though, on the side of Aitkin, and well across the line goes Gores. That can't really not call that one. And again, she's laughing it off. 16-14. Eagles lead. Fernango now to serve. Up and over is the serve. Dug up by the Gobblers. Jones, oh, really mistimed that one. Kind of short-armed her hit there. And now it's 17-14 in favor of East Central. Fernango serve. She'll take a little something off that one. Presto gets the diving dig. Eklund gets the dig on the other side for the Eagles. And that one's pushed across by Chandra Nelson. Great awareness by her to push that one across, realizing there was nobody in that back part of the court for Aitkin. And she just said, you know what, if you're not going to get back there, I'm going to hit this ball back there so that we get the point. Great job by Nelson. 18-14, and a timeout called here by Aitkin. And while they take one, we'll take a short one as well.
Kettle River Pizza loves supporting all the local teams. And if your team is interested in fundraising, well, they've got you covered. Kettle River Pizza has years of experience in fundraising for local teams, organizations, and clubs, and they would like to help you too. With their experience and the fact that Kettle River Pizza is an easy sell, your fundraiser is bound to be a great success. Visit Kettle River Pizza online and click on their fundraising tab. Kettle River Pizza, a winner every time. Grab a few at your local convenience or grocery store for after the game.
Back here on WCMP 106.5 FM, AM 1350. Timeout called there by Aitkin. And looks like the Bram-Rush City game has concluded. And looks like Rush City took that one 3-0. Back out of the timeout, Eagles with the serve. It's Fernango on the serve. Dug up by Presto. And it's Schwerin looking for the kill, but into the net. And East Central takes a 19-14 advantage late in set number 3. Trying to win it all here in this third set. They lead 2-0 over Aitkin. Fernango. Serve is over. Dug up by O'Neill. And hit across by Jones. Kuhlman to Nelson. To Hartle with the kill. Getting a hand on it did Schwerin, but not enough of a hand on it, and now it's 20-14. Fernango readies this one. It's up and over. Dug up by Presto. At the net, Jones looking for the kill. Nice job by Nelson, but that one goes the opposite direction of which she was hoping. And nobody there in terms of her teammates to try and keep that ball alive. So Haley Shurek to serve now. 20-15 is the score. Eklund keeps it alive, and Nelson with help there off the dig. Now pushed over by Aitkin, and I think we're going to get Oh, he whistled here on Aitkin, apparently. And, oh, man, yeah, that is not what you want to see. Sherwin is slow to get up, and, oh, man. She did come down a little awkward, and she's not putting any weight on that right ankle. We only can hope and pray that she is okay. It's maybe just a little bit of a stinger. But, man, he really hope it's nothing more. We're not gonna speculate as to what it is. She's in some pain, and hopefully, if not back into this game, hopefully back for her next game. We can only hope and pray that she's okay. So the point will go to East Central on that one. Did not quite hear the as to why, but it is 21-15. Eagles. And it's the senior captain. Of course, all the seniors are captains this year for East Central, but one of the senior captains, Mallory Hartle, set to serve. Her team needs 4 points to finish it off. Hartle's serve is over and dug up by Shurek. It was between her and Presto, but Shurek took advantage of it. Now O'Neill gets across, dug up by Nelson. Lowerson will just lightly tap it across. Presto with a diving dig, and not going to get there is Gores, and it's another point for East Central, 22-15. Serve over from Hartle. Oh, my goodness. Whew, just a sliver too long on that hit. My goodness. Hannah Jones checks out, in for her is Hoskamp, and Hoskamp will go back to serve. Hoskamp, the 5'2" senior. Her serve gets over, dug up by Hartle to Nelson, to Volk, blocked at the net. Oh, they're going to say that was out on Aitkin on the block. I thought it had hit the net. But no, it was blocked by Aitkin, out of bounds, 23-16. Lowerson back to serve. My goodness. The referee on the ladder just positioned where I could not see. Is now back and forth they go on this one. Oh, and a miss hit there by Bergstaller of Aitkin. That went right off the edge of her fingers. And now it's match point, East Central 24-16. Looking to finish it off are the Eagles. Serve over by Lowerson. Dug up by Shurek. O'Neill. Dug up by Fernango to Nelson. Kuhlman looking to end it. Cannot, as it's dug up by Hoskamp. And O'Neill pushes it across. Nice dig there by Lowerson to Nelson. And hit over by Volk to Shurek. And that one just got over, but out of bounds, and that will do it. The Eagles finish it off, winning set number 3, 25-16, and get the victory 3-0 over the Aitkin Gobblers. We will take a commercial break. When we come back, we'll recap this one. Plus, let you know what's coming up for East Central going forward. And then we'll look at our broadcast schedule for the rest of the week as well. You're listening to High School Volleyball.
Hey there, Matt Winsan, CEO of Burnett Dairy Cooperatives. Everybody knows that there are great places to play in Northwest Wisconsin, but did you know there are great places to work too? At Burnett Dairy Cooperative, we employ our local communities within 5 counties from our Grantsburg location. We offer competitive wages, 401k, profit sharing, and great benefits, and you will have the opportunity to grow within our herd. Lots of opportunities to grow. Come be a part of our herd. Visit BurnettDairy.com. Click on the Careers tab.
Embrace Orthodontics offers a unique specialized approach to orthodontic treatment with custom braces or Invisalign. The team at Embrace loves getting to know their patients personally and takes the time to make sure all your questions are answered. Their board-certified orthodontists use only the latest in modern technology to give you the best outcome possible. They work with your insurance company and offer flexible financing options to fit your budget. Call today to set up your free exam and see how Embrace Orthodontics can transform your smile. More online at embracemn.com. That's embracemn.com.
Ditch the shovel and wheelbarrow. A new Holland mini track loader lets you get more work done with ease. It's narrow by design, so you can easily get in and out of tight spots. Versatility is its calling card. The loader powers a wide range of attachments like augers and trenchers. Big operating capacity puts more jobs on your can-do list, making it perfect for residential construction and landscaping. Take a break from backbreaking work with a reliable mini track loader. See one today at Baraboo Implement in St. Croix Falls and Rice Lake.
WCMP Sports, local sports action. The play-by-play call.
It's good!
Interviews with local coaches and athletes.
It's such a small sample size. That's only 4 games into the season.
Community engagement.
I remember the young man who never likes to talk in class, so it's incredible what you became on the radio, and you do an incredible job.
The games, the interviews, the schedules. Find them online at WCMPradio.com or on the WCMP mobile app.
Resetting your password, unsubscribing from emails, printing anything. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with an auto owner's insurance independent agent, getting the right coverage for your business doesn't have to be one of them, so you can get back to more important things, like learning how that printer works. That's simple human sense.
Contact your local auto owner's agency, Pine Insurance Agency, at pineagency.us today.
Now, back to more live local sports action on WCMP.
Back here on WCMP 106.5 FM, AM 1350, WCMP. The Eagles get the victory here over the Aitkin Gobblers, 3-0. And they do it in pretty impressive fashion, too, because set one, it did not look pretty. Set number one looked to be a disaster, if we're being honest. I mean, they were down 8-0 to begin the first set, but this team, we may have heard that pre-game interview with both the co-head coaches of East Central, Hansen and Tu, and they talked about, of course, it was a preseason interview meant for the preseason, but I always love to play those just for people to get a little bit of knowledge about the team if they don't already. But they showed a ton of resilience. They battled back, and the attitudes were just so great of this team. And that's one of the things that Hansen and Tu talked about. It's just the attitude of this team from last year to this year, has just improved so much. And that is one thing that they have been so proud of. You could just tell everything they talked about. They were at their tournament to begin the season, and the referees were telling them how much that they have improved. They had coaches emailing them, telling them, hey, this team looks so much different and looks so much better than last year. And, I mean, when you've got coaches and umpires telling you, how much your team has improved and looks different in a good way, I mean, that is nothing but a proud moment for a coach. And you just got to give the Eagles credit because they have done a great job here, especially in this game. They were down early in set number one, 8-0, and came back to win that set. That is rarely heard of. You don't see a lot of teams who are down eight points come back in a set to win it. And that's just what East Central did. They were down 8-0, came back to win 25-21. They were not finished, though. They came back in set number two and won it 25-18. That one was one where East Central and them went back and forth, but then East Central took over late and then ran away with it. Here in the third set, this was back and forth the entire way. Even though Aitkin scored less points than they did in the second, it was back and forth the entire time. But East Central managed to get some advantage, hold on to that advantage, and start to pull away and get the victory 25-16 in that third and final set and take the victory 3-0 over the Aitkin Gobblers on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. Embrace Orthodontics. The team at Embrace believes the results of a remarkable orthodontic experience should last a lifetime. They'll keep your smile transformation where it needs to be with a lifelong retention program. You can start today at EmbraceMN.com. So coming up for East Central the rest of this week, on Thursday, they will make their way up to Isle High School where they will take on the Mille Lacs Raiders on Thursday. And then, no, that will not be it. They will play again on Saturday. And this time they'll travel back up north, a little bit farther north. They'll go to Crosby for the Crosby-Ironton tournament up there at that high school. And looking at it, can't really see who is there for all the teams for that tournament. So we'll try and we'll keep you updated on that. But so Thursday up in Isle to play Mille Lacs. Saturday up at Crosby Ironton for a tournament. And then they'll start it off on Monday. They'll be right back here on Monday where they will host the Carleton Renshaw Raptors here on Monday the 16th. And that will be their girls' night where they will take the younger girls, the younger young ladies, I can't remember what age group they were, but much younger, not high school age, that's for sure. They'll take the young ladies and have I think it's more or less like the big sister night, little sister night, something like that. That's coming up on Monday for the Eagles when they host Carleton Renshaw. But again, they finish off the week Thursday and Saturday. Thursday up in Isle against Mille Lacs. Saturday up at the Crosby Ironton tournament, and then return next Monday to host Carleton Renshaw. For us, this is not it for us this week. No, we have stuff coming up on Thursday. We have Thursday night football coming your way Thursday. Yes, Pine City will be up at Duluth-Denfeld for that game. That one will be audio only, but we'll still have it on this very station, 106.5 FM. So tune in for that one as Pine City plays the Hunters of Duluth-Denfeld. And then volleyball on Thursday night, we'll see Mora host Pine City over on 95.5 FM KBK. Then we're back with more football action on Friday. Right back here on this very station on Friday, we will see East Central host Bram coming up on Friday night. Then Hinckley hosting Rush City, and North Branch will host Hermantown over on KBEK. So we've got a ton of action coming your way. Be sure to tune in for all of that and more as we finish up our week in the broadcast form. But again, for the Eagles, they're not done this week. Thursday up in Mille Lacs, or at Isle, playing Mille Lacs. Saturday at Crosby Ironton. And we'll be back here Friday as East Central hosts Bram. That should be a good one between those two teams. Both teams looking for their first win on the season. So that one should be a ton of fun. Adam Hefty will cover that one for you. Over in Ogilvie, last I seen, they were into the fourth set. Morrill led that one 9-5. So that was the last update I got from that one. We'll keep you up to date on our morning shows. You can tune in on 100.9 FM with Joshua Miron at 7:45 and 8:45. Then over on KBK 95.5 FM with Rock and Robin Riley at 7:30 and 8:30 for your local sports updates. And then you can also stay tuned to our websites, kbek.com, wcmpradio.com, as well as our social medias, our Facebook pages for both of our radio stations, and our Twitter at WCMP Radio for all things local sports. We'll get you interviews, breaking news, LOI signings, broken records, coaches leaving, coaches being hired, players signing their LOIs, broken records for the players, all that and more across all our websites, YouTubes, our Facebooks, our Twitters. So be sure to tune in to all of those to keep up to date. Of course, I'm Ethan Game Day Gilman. I want to thank you all for tuning in so much. Thanks so much for tuning in. Appreciate you tuning in. Give me a job to do, so I appreciate you tuning in here to the game tonight. Of course, I want to give a huge shout-out to all of our fine sponsors. Thanks to our sponsors for sponsoring this and every other broadcast that we do. We greatly appreciate it. The final here at East Central, the Eagles get the victory over Aitkin, 3-0 after trailing 8-0 in the first set. They come back to win 25-21. Takes set number 2, 25-18, and set number 3, 25-16. They move to 8-2 on the year. That's going to do it for me here at East Central High School. For WCMP, I'm Ethan Game Day Gilman. Thanks so much for tuning in, and have a great rest of your night. Game Day Gilman, thanks so much for tuning in, and have a great rest of your night.